You said something now about market, find your market, and then I wanna go into that and radio, but I wanna just bring in a conversation that we had with someone who was so upset about being on an album, but that song that this person did wasn't now being played on the radio, and another song was being played on the radio, and it was almost like this person wanted to shift the blame on the producer, and then we were like. But if radio wants this song, you could now blame us for this your song now not being played on the radio.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell us about you've got very strong opinions about radio.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Radio's cuck, it's dead. Like if you're like that's also the other problem with Cape Town rappers. We've got this obsession of Radio Goodo. Like
Okay, in their defense, I'm a listener. So Good Hope is literally the only radio station besides Bush, I think. But Bush is not commercial. Oh, not Bush is not. What's the word I'm
when was
looking
it
for?
you listen to radio?
I listen to it on my way to work.
Okay, when was it you listen to radio?
In the week.
Can you guys comment here and tell me when was it you listen to radio? Watch 4 people's gonna comment they listen to it this week.
And did they discover
I'm
anybody
exaggerating.
on? Yeah.
But my point is, not that many people listen to radio. I reckon my vlees daar, my stick met my numbers op.
En is in.
Of ek in my boxie. Because most of Afrikaans rappers maak het, loop met 'n boxie.
Ja?
You know?
Have you even nog 'n CD player?
You know, like, that's the market. Not like who. Like who even, like,
Who blows up from
Spotify,
radio?
you know what I mean? You don't. Radio is not the thing. It's 2022 to fucking 2.
Yeah.
It's not 1970, fucking 1990. Like, get away from it. We've got a whole internet, man, bro. Whole internet. What do you want to learn? Learn it.
Yeah.
Where do you want your music to go to? Everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
How do I get it there? Fuck radio. It's not gonna be radio. Do you think the nigga... And this is the other thing that works on my nose. Sorry. You from Cape Town. But
Yeah.
why are we rapping with an American accent? What makes you think a bra's gonna travel all the way from America with our real Americans who actually speak like they speak, come to South Africa to find you who come with you? Not even, it doesn't even fit properly.
Okay, I kind of thought about this also. But do you blame our rappers? Okay.
You see, okay,
The
I'm gonna take it from
Okay.
my point. Ne? Me growing up in a household with just brothers, only listened to which was Public Enemy, Run DMC, Grandmaster J,
That
all
was
of
the
those
80s.
like the 80s. Yeah. So I basically grew up with just American music in my house, and Neither Baker, jazz, Al Jerome, all of that. That's what I grew up with. So, me growing up at the age of 10 and 11, that's when Criss Cross came along then. But at that same time, there was Prophets of the City and Black Noise. So that was what I heard afterwards. But I was a Prophets of the City freak. So that's all I had, all the albums. So I grew up listening to Criss Cross, which means me writing like Criss Cross, me wanting to sound like them, wanting to dress like them. I would blame the American, like the television that we had. Everything that was on television was just American.
Yes.
That was it. There was nothing else. There was no local, no nothing. Further than that, there was black music that was playing. That's it. You know? So I grew up with that, what's it, Toyota Top 20. Allemaal daai goeie, Studio Mix, allemaal daai mense. En nog voor daai ook was aan my shows geweest. So I grew up with that rapping in American style. So I kind of get it also where my age of people are still rapping kind of American with a beetje gemixed Afrikaans and whatever. But the new people don't have an excuse.
They actually do. Because you know what? South African radio still plays American music.
Songs.
Yes.
And that's what I told Candace. Imagine we cancelled all American music on radio.
We
and it
wouldn't
was
have such an identity crisis also.
That's it. Then we won't come with, yo, you know what I mean? I got to do that. I got to do this.
There's two things. So one, that's what you touched on. Like, a big part of hip-hop is a knowledge of self. Yeah. Right? So, me also, like I said, I rap English. Until I took my niemand aan die kakking.
Exactly.
Then I got to know who I am. Because I was presenting something that I'm not. Do you know what I mean? So it's not the radio's fault. Like, that's what got me into hip hop. But now, if I listen to Public Enemy, what are they talking about? They were being themselves.
Yeah,
Yep.
talking about stuff that's really
You know?
happening.
That's relevant.
So all these people who I used to look up to, still do, they were talking, they were being themselves. They were sharing themselves. So now I will start trying to be a copy of somebody. That's my influences. You
That's
know?
it, yeah. That's
Eventually I need to become myself. And then I need to present that to you all. Then if you like it, you like it. If you don't, hearties. You know? Gaat werk by fucking Dynatech of iets. You know? So that's the one part of it. So if I don't get to that point, I'm probably like,
You're just gonna keep emulating.
You know,
and,
yeah.
and that's also another thing, because I tried rapping like Afrikaans also. To say, I'm like, hy passie by jou nie, bro. Hy American, but hy tekstem wat sy doen. Hy
Like
werk.
Rick Ross.
And most of my supporters was Americans. Like people telling me, I can show you even on my phone how they say, you inspire me because you're from South Africa and you speak about stuff that is relevant.
and that
What's
makes it
yeah.
difficult. Sorry, that makes it difficult because we get the love from overseas and because I did international
fucking Nazi,
collaborations when I
bro.
was in English.
That's
But,
hard here.
I like how you interpret.
but the other part,
Yes, the second
the
part, yes.
second part of it was it's the radios, it's the DJs. If you look at America, I said it earlier. Look at America. There's a lighty in the DJ street. Jazzy Jeff played. The men's already ken some music. If you have a park jam, which we have a lot of,
Yep.
you play the latest year's music. No? If you're a DJ and you get the opportunity to be on the radio, it's your duty as a hip hopper because you're creating jobs.
Yes.
One rapper creates at least 10 jobs.
Yeah.
So if you the doers wants to play American hip hop whole day so you can be famous and not the lighty that you say you represent. Like I don't have any respect for you. Because you say that you are one of the pioneers of this culture. Ek praat saam met jou. Julle weet, those who know. The point is, you're doing nothing for me. I respect and I appreciate that you were there, that if you didn't rap in Afrikaans already, I wouldn't have been able to rap in Afrikaans probably. You know? You laid a foundation. What they did was heavy. They did music that was banned.
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
Age
that
of
takes balls, right? But then something happened. Now, I don't believe it is. The first time I met him, I was so nervous because I was excited until my eyes got opened up to what's actually going on. Like, we travel, pay 50 rand each to get in a taxi full to go to Sea Point, to go to the Cypher. Yeah? We barely get to say our name, we get to perform, and then we must fuck off. That's all. Like, it's amazing. That was a big dream, but what does it actually serve? So what I'm saying is the DJs are the ones who are, it's their responsibility, and those who went before was the pioneers to start labels and get the lighties, find them. You're gonna make money anyways if you find this lighty, if it's about the money.
And that's also another thing. It doesn't mean, you need to sit there whole day if you're opening up a studio for other lighties. You don't need to sit there all day. Put someone in charge. Employ another young lighty again. Teach him.
Yeah.
Employ him. So now he's going to sit behind the decks and he's going to help all the other lighties now. Because of the big name that you have, you created this big thing now for our youth.
Yeah.
Now we're all going to flock there. We're going to go that side. Van as hy naam.
Name,
Ons ry op hy naam nou.
name three pioneers. I don't want. There was another word that I can use. Who
Could have.
name three pioneers who have labels here. Was actually popular.
No. I've been
Ek is
researching
ek is so
all this
lank in
and-
die industrie, ken
No.
niemand nie.
Do you know what I'm? So don't say I'm talking cuck before you get upset
Yeah.
at me.
No, it's the truth.
That's the
No.
truth, yeah.
So
It's
that's
just nobody wanted to say it.
No one to say it, yeah. Exactly.
And so that's my biggest thing, man. Like that's what makes me sad. Because we are afraid that if I know something and I tell you something, you're gonna
I
get it
steal.
and I'm not.
Yes.
Or there's one job and there's two of us. That's it. That Afdruk mentality. And it's not our fault. It's the legacy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
You know?
Is it the legacy? Is it the I don't know if I can say this white corporate?
It's apartheid. It's a legacy of apartheid. I
Yes.
don't hold on to it.
Yeah.
The reality is that. Imagine three of us in a room. We live in a house where our parents were paid with alcohol. So now daddy comes home. He moves everybody. We don't want to grow up in this. We want to get out.
Yep.
To make it and succeed is to get out of that. Right? Look at any color brows made it. Where does he live?
Not there.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now, here comes a bra with a job. One job for one of you. I don't want to meet daddy again to moor me tonight.
No.
I'm going to do everything. I'm going to drag you and you off. And it's not my fault. It's my uncle did that. He got out. Look where he's living now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same applies to the hip hop. We've got this culture where he's one shot. Gaat het weer jou gee nie. And hip hop by itself is competitive.
It
I think it's
is,
better
yes.
as you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is an ego in hip hop. I mean, I think it's necessary to have it. But
You should
the-
know your limit at least.
Yes,
or
but
how
the
to use
ego
it. No,
is
you can't.
the ego in Cape Town hip hop industry is not, it's not letting us progress.
I think our Cape Town, our ego in Cape Town controls us. We
Yes.
don't control the ego.
No, definitely.
It's like I can go on stage and I'll go on as Lwtp, which you know, understand. That's
Yeah.
my character.
Yeah.
I go on that stage with an ego. Like I'm the fucking Don. I'm taking over. This is my neighborhood. This is my stage. This is my shit. You're gonna love it. When I get off that stage, I leave that fucking ego behind. He stays there. I come home. I'm my normal self. I'm goth. I'm a husband. Klaar. That's
Yeah.
about it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let that ego
Yeah.
go with me home or follow me wherever
Yeah.
I go.
Yeah.
It must stay there.
No, you're right. You're right. And it's just, it's sad, man. Tell me what happened to Cape Town hip hop.
I was gonna at this point I might as well say names,
No,
right?
no, seriously, because we were talking about this.
Oh, I brought it up.
Yes,
I said,
yes.
there's a question that I want to ask you. Is that do you remember the time when there was South African or Cape Town hip hop, which was obviously like Prof City, Brasa van die Kaap, all those ones that was there. You know, it was going geroek. Daar was 'n klomp choir rappers. Everybody was there. Devious. Almal was daar geweest. Then on the flip side, Johannesburg had the whole Kwaito thing which was
Squatter
going.
camp and those
Squatter
people,
camp. Then Cheese Corp. Then we had the Mendoza thing. Everybody started coming afterwards. The Cream that side. Abashante. All of that answer. I don't know if you remember. There was a time where hip hop was bafak. It was going lekker. Then what happened afterwards? It died out for a very long time. It was very quiet.
Like
then
the
you just
cult-
heard
there
now
was
and
a
then.
culture, yeah.
Now and then, then you'd hear the group Goddessa. But then that was it. Then you don't hear anybody else. It was quiet. It was frick.
What happened was Joburg had business. They had teachable young people who wanted to learn. Somebody came to them and said, listen here, I like what you're doing. This is what I can do for you. If you listen to what I'm going to say, this is going to be your life. And then they listened.
And then turned into,
And that is the
and then
reason why
monetized
they're
it.
the biggest.
And over here, there was not many people who did that. People who did that were exploiting people. There's many stories. I'll make you perform at a festival all week and then I pay you with a fucking cream donut. It sounds stupid, but that's a fact.
I've been
No,
there.
that's a fact. That's a
You
legitimate
get paid
story.
with a platter. You
know?
go there to the back. Guys, there's a platter for you with
Yeah.
some drinks.
So,
That's about it.
so there's stuff like that. So
That's fuck off
there's the
reality.
expectation. How can I benefit? There's people who ride around in vans where they're supposed to fix the neighborhood. They just pull up at a park jam, get money, and they fuck off. They actually do nothing. Because my head still fucked. My wood is not healed.
Yeah. We speak in facts.
You know?
yeah.
So what I'm saying is this, man. Joburg had businessmen who understood that if they actually help somebody, they could make more money. Because let's be honest, the people who own the labels, the people who are in charge, make the most money.
Yes.
Because there's so much that goes into a successful artist. And Cape Town never had that. The people who are supposed to do that didn't. They looked at themselves and I don't blame them like I just explained. So that's where nothing happened. You know? Like, I'm gonna give you all the secrets how to be fucking famous in a year.
Please do.
Yeah, this is what you do. I've told a few people this, but these knives also don't want to listen. I see them doing their own thing. So listen, I beg you. You might not listen to anything that I'm going to say today, but listen to this. I promise you, if you do this, even you can do it to somebody, and I promise you, within a year, that person's going to book moose gigs. Okay? First thing you do, write a catchy song. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be clever. If you can come up with clever hooks, find somebody who is stupid who can come up with funny stuff. Somebody can make jokes. Somebody can make people dance and laugh. South Africa loves dancing. Fuck rap. Rap while
That's
you
true.
dance. That's point number one. Make a music video where people get to see things they're not allowed to see. It's a dikakasin. My bro, ga jy nou my clips die.
Okay.
Do a music video where there's some of those things that's gonna get shared a lot. That's number one. Then you let that single live for 3 months. You're gonna have to pay Ready D and the like to have the music, the song on the radio.
Wait,
And
there's no payola on radio. Carry on.
And if
Like
you
if
don't
you don't
pay
go to
them,
banana.
if you don't pay them, you're gonna get a most lot of views on YouTube. You're gonna be on TikTok. You're gonna be on Instagram. That single needs to live now. I don't need to be interviewed to be interviewed. I can do this at home and interview myself and act as if I'm answering somebody else's questions. I can take an interview of somebody else and answer that questions off of YouTube and then upload it on a fake account. I can do a mookse klomp of those interviews. Right? I do that for 3 months. 2 interviews a week. Then I pay 2 rappers to make a song with them. I say, but you take the song for you. Then they must wonder, yo, who's this nigga rapping with youngster? Why does Cream work with this, bro? And why is everybody interviewing him? 3 months later, you drop your next song. Same thing. Same attitude. It might not be the music you want to make, but it's the music that's going to get you to a place where you're going to make the music that you want to make. Then you do it again. Music video, let it live for 3 months. Interviews, 2 fake features again. By the 6th month, people are going to want to interview you. Then they're not going to interview you free. You fucking charge them. Because if they don't, you know what? Who's going to interview? Your fucking self again. Then you do it again. A year later, I promise you, there will be so much fucking hype. Because they want to know, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because that's the marketing. You flood the market with something. But you don't flood it with a lot. You remember in a year, you only did 3 of your own songs?
Yeah.
And about 6 features. Famous people. Lwtp, Youngster.
Biggie.
You know, they all want to work with you. Meantime, it's yours. You have to invest in your craft. And in a year, then you start touring. Hoeveel rappers ken jy wat getoer het?
Seker net een.
In die landen. Nobody tours South Africa.
No.
So then you fucking tour, brother. Because that's your money, not Spotify.
Yeah,
Do you know Spotify is the biggest
You make money from
fucking
live
scam
events.
in the
Don't make
world.
focal.
And you don't ever release an album. Because your name's not fucking Eminem.
I realized that after
Yeah.
dropping my.
So I mean, like, if you do that, I promise you, if you do that, and you get a team of people that you can trust, people that's gonna tell you that song's cock, don't make a video to that. Then you're gonna be successful. I fucking promise you. There was 2-3 people that I saw that I approached that we wanted to work with, you know, but
It wasn't too much hard work for
no.
me. Oh,
So I'll tell you now. One brother's name was What the Fuff. It's a whitey.
okay.
You can check him, Synth Peter, What the Fuff. This is video. If you just heard What the Fuff, F-A-F, by Synth Peter, you'll see what it looks like. He's got klompchapper, he's got mascara, he's got blonde hair.
Okay.
He always wears a trunkie and silk pajamas. He looks kakul. He looks kakul. He's got chappies everywhere over here. He's got WTF. Branded.
What the fuck?
It's his. It's his. You know what I mean? Synth Peter, What the fuck? But anyway, so that, but I was the first one, then he caught on kak. So we couldn't work with him. Okay? The next one, there's a girl called Angie. Ooh. Do yourself a fucking favor. I know I'm promoting her now, and I'm promoting any of my bras, huh? And fuck you. But this girl, right? She has the ability, like I told her the same thing that I just told everyone around. If she does that, she's gonna be the biggest fucking thing this country's ever seen. I fucking promise you. If you look at her face, Angie Ooh, O-E-H. Just look. She's a lesbian. Got tattoos in her face. Her whole motto is she wants to make sex with her mommy.
Oh, wait.
And she can rap and she can sing.
Nice. Okay, she can do both.
You know what I mean? And like, she hasn't done much, but she's gonna, like, within a month or 2, you're gonna start hearing from her. When is what you say. But it's stuff like that. So if you apply that stuff, there's no way it's gonna fail. And 2, for the Afrikaans rappers, the guys that used to park jams, you know, a bra with a taxi. You know, a bra's got turntables
that, yeah.
and speakers and an amp. Get a van together, commit if you're young and not married. And then you go from here to Robertson, you make a park jam. Then you contact the people of the gemeenskapsaal. You tell them tomorrow night you want to have an event here, we're going to have some local people. You do the park jam, you let the lightjes who perform kwai also perform before you. Then the evening, you charge people 10, 20 rand at the door, 50 rand, whatever. Then they come in and they watch the performance. That's how you tour. Then you go to Neisner. Then you go to... So that's how you tour. Then you go all the way around. Then you come back to Artscape. When I'm going to braaf for Artscape some ends again. Then you have the Moose event. And if the people in the community are so fucking amazing and good, you take them with you on tour. Because touring is kak. You're going to be hungry. You're not going to eat. You need to save your money. Maar ons wil syp. Ons wil roek. Ons wil kwaaiwies. En Fabiani op Skuldkoep.